So after adding the tag, so just click on configuration security group. So in configuration security group, now we are going to configure our security group. Basically, a security group act as a firewall for our instances. We can use it to open different ports for different applications. So here I'm opening an SSH port since we will be logging into our instance once it's running. So I'm opening this SSH port, and also HTTP and HTTPS port are open since I'm going to open HTTP port here, one HTTP port. So select HTTP and one more HTTPS port here. So HTTP and HTTPS ports are open since we are going to install an Apache server on the instance once it's running. Or for that purpose, I have installed this one. I have opened these two ports, and if you will see in the source tab, you can see what have entered 0.0.0 slash 0 here. So it's entered here to allow our instance to accept traffic from anywhere on the internet. So this is the reason why we are seeing the warning on the screen also down. If you will see here, rules with source, this IP00 allow all IP address to access your instance. Okay, so for our personal case, this won't be an issue, uh, but for a company, you will want to source for the SSH to be your company's static IP. Okay, so in your company, you can use your company's static IP here. So only that is accessible under your company. Now click on review and launch button. So here you can add other rules also, like suppose you want to create you have launches an EC2 instance, and inside that EC2 instance you suppose you want to create any application, node application or Angular, we will see it later. But suppose you want to that your app is listening on any particular port, then you can add that port here. So for that you need to create a custom TCP rule, and you can give that custom port here. Suppose later I will create a node application which will listen on particular port 3000. So I'm just adding this rule as well here. Now just review and launch. Click on review and launch. Source need to be CIDR. Okay. So here in the source you need to provide some IP address for that CIDR security group. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add my security group here. Again same 0. So you can use directly anywhere. So by default it will be like this. So from anywhere that app can be accessed. So after that just click on review and launch. So you can review what options you have selected. You can review everything, instance detail, what instance detail you have provided. You can check the storage, and at this stage if you want to edit something, you can edit from here as well. So here I'm not going to edit anything, so I'm just going to launch this instance. So after I'm going to click on this launch button, so it will a window will open for select an existing key pair or create a new key pair. So here if you have existing key pair, you can use that. If you don't have any existing key pair, you have to create a new key pair and just give any new key. You can give the name for your key pair. So suppose I'm giving my key. So now download this key pair. So once you download the key pair, after downloading it, click on launch instance. So here if you see, I have downloaded that my key.pam file. So this will be like a key when you are going to log in into your instance, or when you are going to access your instance, you can use this key. So this is a private key. So before continuing, you have to save that PEM file, that key, into some secure location, so you can use it later. So after generating key pair, downloading it, just click on launch instance. So it will take some time to install, to generate your instance, to launch your instance. You can see your launched instance here. It will take few seconds. You can click on view instances. Now if you will see, it's running and it's initializing. The status check is initializing, means it's creating the instance. So once you will select this instance after creating, you can see the instance as public DNS and a public IP also there. And we will use this IP address to SSH into your instance, or suppose you have this window machine, so you can use this IP or this public DNS to access your EC2 instance. So because I'm using the window machine, so after launching the EC2 instance, you have to how you have to access that EC2 instance in window. I will show you. So in next video we will see how to access the EC2 instance after launching it.